let's review some songs. So I did a list on my top 10 favorite songs from SpongeBob. And before Viacom so rudely decided to take it down, like the assholes that they are, it was met with genuinely favorable reviews, along with a lot of requests to do a top 10 best Family Guy songs list. Well, yeah, that actually sounds ideal. Kinda like SpongeBob, Family Guy has had some really good songs as well. And like SpongeBob, they do deserve to be praised. I mean, yeah, you can debate right now if Family Guy is still a good show, but it's really hard to argue that this show doesn't make some fucking kick-ass songs. Now I will, of course, add rules to this list. And those rules are that in order to qualify for this list, these songs need to be original. Parodies are totally fine as well, but I won't include songs that are word for word the same song. For example, the Chapoopy song, which is a fucking amazing song, is actually a real song from the 1962 movie The Music Man. And Family Guy sang it word for word, so I don't consider it a parody.
Now a woman who kisses on the very first date is usually a hussy, and a woman who kisses on the second time out is anything but fussy.
Now a woman who kisses on the very first date is usually a hussy, and a woman who kisses on the second time out is anything but fussy.
But with that said, this scene is still fucking amazing.
Shaboopy, shaboopy, shaboopy. That girl who's hard to get.
And I know a lot of you are gonna hate this, but yes, this also means Surfin' Bird won't be on this list because it's a song from the 60s that Family Guy decided to make a really, really funny segment out of. I know Peter does change the words up a bit.
Lady on the toilet. The bird is the word. Hey, don't you know about the bird?
But he doesn't change them up enough for me to really consider it a legitimate parody. But this would make for a fun transition, and it is one of my favorite scenes from Family Guy.
Hey, guy behind the counter, the bird is the word. Hey, frightened little child, the bird is the word.
Hey, Shazoozle, the bird is the word. Hey, don't you know about the bird?
Sure, everybody knows that the bird is the word.
Oh well, a bird, bird, bird. The bird is the word.
Oh well, a bird, bird, bird.
Hey, wait a minute! What are you doing here, Shazoozle?
I need toilet paper.
You came all the way to my video for toilet paper.
Well, I think you have more than enough to spare. Bye.
Okay then. But that's basically it. Everything else is fair game. So let's count down what I consider to be the best songs in Family Guy. Number 10.
Oh, he doesn't smell like Irish Spring, and he never taught me anything. But still I slap my chest and sing of my drunken Irish dad.
You know we're in for a fun list when we start off with this classic Irish jig. When Peter finds out his real father is a fat drunk Irish man, Peter earns his respect by drinking him under the table. And then to celebrate, they sing this catchy ass song.
Hennessy, Tennessee, Morrison, Shaughnessy, Reardon, and Rooney, they'll tell you the same.
This song is so fun and so enjoyable, and it's sung with so much passion. That's one thing I have to give Seth Macfarlane credit for. When it comes to these songs, and he basically sings all the songs that'll be on this list, he puts his damnedest into them, and it's very fucking hard not to enjoy and respect that.
Fight for his honor and then start to cry.
It really is a funny and kind of touching segment seeing Peter and his dad singing this song shortly after bonding. And the lyrics, in a way, are very stereotypically Irish, but they flow so well and they're very well paced and the song still sounds wonderful. And you'll definitely be humming it when you leave the bar next time.
From a drunken Irish dad. Oh, well, a bird, bird, bird. But bird's a
Number
word,
9.
Bird, bird, bird. Well, a bird is a word. Oh, well, a bird. Can't touch me.
Yeah, see, this is an actual parody. When Peter finds out he's not a part of America, he makes his own country and gives himself diplomatic immunity and sings about all the benefits of having it.
I'm Presidential Peter. Interns think I'm hot. Don't care if you're handicapped, I'll still park in your spot.
If it's not clear yet, this is a parody of Can't Touch This by MC Hammer. Hell, the song itself even uses diplomatic immunity as a reason for why MC Hammer can't sue them for using his song.
I've got diplomatic immunity, so Hammer, you can't sue me.
Basically, the whole song is singing about how much power diplomats have. Like, they can break little laws like jaywalking, which basically everyone does anyway, but they can also break huge laws like sexual harassment, all because of the power they have.
I can riot, loot, not give a hoot, and touch your sister's teeth. Can't touch me.
So, yeah, a really nice rap number in my opinion.
It's Peter, go Peter, I'm Peter, yo Peter, let's see Reed just rap this way. Can't touch me. Oh, well, a bird, bird, bird. But bird's a word.
Number
Bird,
8.
Bird, bird, well, a bird is a word. Well, a bird. It's a wonderful day for pie. You can ask all the birds in the sky.
Yeah, this is a fucking Disney song. This is such a great parody of how Disney songs are. I mean, they captured it perfectly. When Stewie and Brian go through a bunch of different universes, they end up in a Disney universe, and this whole scene perfectly captures the magic of Disney. And a big reason for that is because of this song.
It's a wonderful day for pie, and it smells a lot better than I.
Oh god, it's so cheery and so magical and just so straight up Disney. I mean, the music in this sounds like Disney, the lyrics are very Disney-esque, and the singing, good god, it's uncanny.
And they'll tell you real sweet with a musical tweet.
It's a wonderful day for pie.
And what makes this really work as not just a Disney song, but as a parody, is that, in a way, they're mocking how Disney songs can find a cheerful musical number out of basically anything, but it's done in such a loving and dedicated way. Also, as is custom in any great parody, there are nice little winks of the original source material. The whole cast plays characters that are parody versions from Bambi, Beauty and the Beast, Snow White, Little Mermaid, Winnie the Pooh. They're just everywhere. It's really one of those songs from Family Guy I find myself being the most impressed with. Like, I can tell they wanted to perfectly capture that Disney magic, and they did that to a T.
It's a wonderful, wonderful day for pie.
Oh, well, a bird, bird, bird. But bird's a word, well, a bird.
Number
bird,
7.
Well, a bird is a word, well, a bird.
The 60s brought the hippie breed, and decades later things have changed indeed.
This song is beautiful, it really is. I always get a smile on my face when I hear this song. When Brian gets sentenced to community service for driving home drunk, he ends up meeting an angry, reclusive old woman that he instantly detests. But after discovering she has a tragic past, he decides to show her all the things she's been missing because of shunning herself away from the world.
Where in the 50s, a man could mingle with scores of all the seediest whores. Well, now his children can too.
The song sounds really nice, the music is very pleasant, and the lyrics are not only funny, a lot of them hold very true, even today. For example, this line here.
Pagan years have laid the frame for movie stars to play the White House game. We're not too far from voting Feldman hame.
Yeah, does that sound familiar? But you know what makes this song very special? Well, other than the fact that the lyrics and the music and the message are all really well done and the singing is phenomenal, this is the only Family Guy song that's ever won an Emmy for music and lyrics. I mean, It's a Wonderful Day for Pie won an Emmy, but not for music and lyrics. It won for its storyboarding. And Family Guy has had a few great songs get nominated for music and lyrics, but this is the only one that's ever won.
The baldness gene was cause for dread, but that's a fear that you can put to bed. They'll shave your ass and glue it on your head. You've got a lot to see.
Like I said, it's a phenomenal song, but I clearly don't consider it their best. And that's not a shot at it at all, but just wait till we get more into this list. In all honesty though, this song is great, and I highly recommend listening to it if you ever feel a little closed in yourself.
You've got a lot to see.
Oh, well, a bird, bird, bird. But bird's a word,
Number
well,
6.
A bird, bird, bird. Well, a bird is a word, well, a bird.
Now everybody gather round and listen if you would. When I tell you every person needs a way of feeling good.
Oh yeah, if you've ever had this song stuck in your head, you're gonna have it stuck again now. Once you hear this song, it'll be there forever. When Brian gets arrested for marijuana possession, he decides enough is enough, and him and Stewie try to get pot legalized by singing about how much better life is for people when they've smoked a little pot.
All we need is a bag of weed to keep us worry-free. 1, 2, 3.
The song is a parody of Me Ol' Bamboo from Chitty Chitty Death Bang, and it basically sings about how wonderful weed is and how much better it is than other drugs like meth and crack. Hell, I'm probably pissing a lot of people off too by calling weed a drug, since a lot of people will tell you it's an herb. But whatever you want to call it, this song is going to make damn sure you know how great it is.
But try and use your heads and don't buy into all the fear.
That's all we need is a bag of weed to make us wanna cheer.
It's kind of funny though seeing them praise weed in this episode when they kind of bashed weed in an earlier episode by talking about all the negative effects it has.
The chief ingredient in marijuana is THC, a mild form of acid, prolonged usage of which can cause adverse effects to your sexual potency, short-term memory loss, and can also severely damage your brain tissue, central nervous system, and basic motor skills.
But clearly there are some positive effects to it, or else it wouldn't be legal in all states for medical purposes, as well as now legal in 2 states for daily consumption. So I guess the only note I have for this song is that I would have liked to see them talk a little bit more about why everything is better with a bag of weed. But in all honesty, it's still a really fun and catchy song, so enjoy having it stuck in your head for the next few years.
Everything's better with a bag of weed.
Well, a bird, bird, bird. But bird's a word.
Number 5.
Bird. Well, a bird is a word. Well, a bird. Gotta give it up. Give up the tone now.
Yeah, I put this one spot ahead of a bag of weed because I think the lyrics are a lot smarter, and I think the approach of this song is really ingenious. When a new drug called Toad is sweeping the nation, Peter goes undercover as a high school student to persuade the kids to stop doing Toad, and he does it by naming all the negative things that Toad does to you.
You'll get chills all through your body, and you'll lose all control of your bladder and your sphincter. That's your butthole.
I mean, I consider this the complete reverse of what PSAs usually do. I mean, those things usually try to scare you off of drugs.
I gotta get you up on this. Dealing in weed, coke, crack, your choice. Now, some folks will tell you that I'm dealing in poison. But hey, do I look like the kind of guy that would do that to a kid like you? Yes!
Ugh, see what I mean? So this one's making sure you remember it by trying to make you laugh your ass off. And I think it's very effective in doing that. Oh, and you gotta admit, this is somewhat catchy. I mean, you're gonna remember some of these lyrics, and trust me, that'll be enough for you to remember its message to stay off of hardcore substances. And no, weed isn't a hardcore substance, so this song doesn't hurt a bag of weed at all.
And forget getting lucky. It falls off.
But this song does it all. It's funny, it's catchy, it's nice to listen to. It's probably one of the greatest anti-drug songs I've ever heard.
I'm no fool. Lando's cool. Yeah! Well, a bird, bird, bird. But bird
Number
is a word.
4.
Well, a bird, bird, bird. Well, a bird is a word. Well, a bird.
Because Christmas time is killing us. Killing us!
First of all, that isn't a typo. This song really is spelt like that. Now to talk about this song. This is, without a doubt, one of the darkest Christmas songs I've ever heard. And God fucking bless them for that. I really appreciate that this song, as well as this episode in general, decided to show a darker, greedier side to Christmas that not a lot of people really want to see. And it shows how harmful that can be. Unlike some episodes that praise people for being dark and greedy on Christmas. When Stewie wants revenge on Santa, him and Brian travel to the North Pole, only to find out that Santa is incredibly sickly, and the elves that become monsters from inbreeding needed to make more stuff for Christmas. And then Santa and the elves start singing this song explaining how they became the way they are because of all the greedy demands from people around Christmas time.
Each bell would peal with a silvery zeal as the holiday feeling was killing us. But now instead all we're feeling is dread because Christmas time is killing us.
This song is just balls to the walls. It's Family Guy using their darkest aspects in a legitimately positive way. Throughout the song, Stewie keeps trying to make Santa see that everyone on Earth needs Christmas cheer to help them live their lives. And Santa very fairly tells them that he doesn't care about their happiness because they very clearly don't care about anyone else's happiness other than their own.
My whole crew is black and blue, can't you take a clue? All those dreams are nightmares and blank icy stares.
I honestly find it hard to argue with any of the views that Santa has, and it's very believable to me that this is exactly how Santa would be in this day and age. And another thing about this song, it was nominated for an Emmy Award and for a Grammy Award, but it lost the Emmy to Justin Timberlake and it lost the Grammy to fucking Tangled.
Now that I see
You got robbed, Family Guy. You got robbed. But yeah, plain and simple, this song is dark, it's gritty, it's horrifying, it's everything bad about Family Guy being used to make a legitimately fair and understandable point.
Christmas time is killing us. Well, a bird, bird, bird. But bird's a word, a well, a
Number
bird,
3.
Bird, well, a bird is a word, a well, a bird.
We're off on the road to Rhode Island. We're having the time of our lives.
This is without a doubt a classic Family Guy song. It's probably the song that made Stewie and Brian one of the most beloved duos in television history. After a bunch of mishaps that happened to Stewie and Brian while trying to get back to Rhode Island, including Brian burying his mother, Brian thanks Stewie for all of his help, and the two break out into a song that sings about how good of a team they make.
We've traveled a bit and we've found, like a masochist in Newport, we're Rhode Island bound.
Not only is this song really nice to listen to, it's so fucking heartwarming. After watching what Brian and Stewie went through and seeing them ending the episode with the song about how great the two of them are together, it just makes you feel so incredibly happy, and it's one of the best endings to an episode ever.
We may pick up some college girls and picnic on the grass.
We'd tell you more, but we would have the sensors on our ass.
Yikes.
And one thing I want to say about this episode is that, yes, I didn't include it on my top 10 best Family Guys list. And that's because I wanted to stick to only one Rhode 2 episode, and my favorite was Rhode to the Multiverse. But honestly, if I broke that rule like I did for this list, this would have been in the top 5, and I'm probably going to do a solo review on it sometime in the future. Because there is so much to talk about with this episode, and this song is by far the best part. It's not only a classic Family Guy song, it's one of the greatest buddy-buddy songs you'll ever hear.
We're Rhode Island bound.
Well, a bird, bird, bird. But bird's a word, a well, a bird, bird,
Number
bird.
2.
Well, a bird is a word, a well, a bird.
From here on in, it's easy street. Any bars on that street? 24 happy hours a day. Oh, boy!
Oh, I know. Why this song, right? Well, if you watch my top 10 best Family Guy episodes list, I said what my top 2 favorite songs were gonna be, and this was one of them. When Peter and Lois inherit Lois's dead aunt's mansion, the staff greets them with this really catchy, beautiful sounding welcome song.
I make brunch, live cooks lunch, each and every day.
Chocolate cake, a la Blake.
$100, Blake is gay.
This song, for those who don't know, is a parody of I Think I'm Gonna Like It Here from the musical Annie. And again, this is a fucking beautifully done parody. And what I like about this song, personally, is that it perfectly captures how everyone imagines it's like to be rich. I mean, the lyrics describe maids and butlers gladly doing anything you want, people keeping others away from you, fucking chefs cooking all your meals, even people who wipe your fucking ass for you.
We only live to kiss your ass. Kiss it? Here, we'll even wipe it for you.
I don't think there was one moment of this song where I wasn't smiling or laughing. The lyrics are funny, the music's catchy, the singing is phenomenal, and don't quote me on this, but I believe this was Family Guy's first ever song. And even if it wasn't their first, this was only their 8th episode, so regardless, it's pretty damn impressive that it came out so well. I mean, Family Guy themselves were still kind of finding their footing, and I would say this is where they found it. And one last thing about this song is that it was also nominated for a Primetime Emmy, but it lost to Up to You from Nickelodeon. Well, anyway, nothing really more to say. I just love this song, and it's one that just seems to get better every time I hear it.
Now that you're stinking rich, we'll gladly be your
Now before I reveal number 1, I just want to name a few honorable mentions.
Jessica Biel and Megan Fox wearing nothing but their socks is all I really want for Christmas this year.
This song is fucking hilarious. It's really catchy, really well sung, and it's really nice to listen to. The only reason I'm not putting it on the list is because I already have a Christmas song on this list, and it feels unfair to include another one. And for the record, that's why I also left Don't Be a Jerk, It's Christmas off my SpongeBob songs list.
Bring joy to the world, it's the thing to do. But the world does not revolve around you. Don't be a jerk. It's Christmas.
But definitely check this one out. I highly recommend it.
All these happy wishes and lots of Christmas cheer is all I really want this year. A prom night dumpster baby. I got no mom or dad.
Now, despite what you would think, I did not leave this song off the list because it's too dark. Far from it. I laugh all the time at this song because it's just one of those perfect combinations of dark humor and a good music choice. Why is it off this list, though? Because what else can I really say about it? It's funny, yeah, but there's really nothing to describe. It's a song about prom night dumpster babies, and it's kind of funny. There you go, next one.
I'm taking a stroll. He's taking a stroll. I'm taking a stroll. He's taking a stroll.
You've got to look your best tonight, you tubby little parasite, 'cause there's a lovely lady and she's waiting for you. And
yeah, this song, as you would expect, got a little controversy. And I mean, it's kind of hard to argue that some of the lyrics aren't a little...
you must impress that ultra-booming, all-consuming, poorly-grooming, Down Syndrome girl.
Yeah, but in all honesty, this isn't a bad number either. If anything, it seems to poke a lot more fun at Chris than it does Down Syndrome people. And I honestly would put this song at number 11. Yeah, shocking, but I really don't find it that offensive, and I find it really funny. And it's also another song that showcases how good of a singer Macfarlane is, and how much of a variety he has.
Really pouting, poopy sprouting for some reason, always shouting, fascinating, captivating, happiness and joy creating. Down Syndrome girl!
Nothing else has worked so far, so I'll wish upon a star.
Funny enough, this is probably Family Guy's most controversial song because it's the only song that brought a lawsuit against Family Guy. For being offensive to Jews? No, for using the likeness of When You Wish Upon a Star. But they won their case, which they should have, because this is a very clear-cut fair use song. But as for the song itself, I'm personally not a fan of it. I don't think it's bad, I mean it's got a few funny lines and all. I just think it's a bit too slow and boring for my taste. But in all fairness, I'm not a huge fan of When You Wish Upon a Star either, so that might be why.
Even though they killed my lord, I need a Jew.
Alright, now, let's get to my number 1 favorite Family Guy song.
Well, a bird, bird, bird. But bird's a word, well, a
Number
bird, bird,
1.
bird. Well, a bird is a word, well, a bird.
It's the plain situation, there's no negotiation
With the fellas at the freaking FCC.
Oh yeah, if you watch my top 10 best Family Guy episodes list, I said this song was my favorite song in all of Family Guy, and that still hasn't changed. Everything about this song, the music, the lyrics, the singing, it's all perfect. And like I said in my review, it's the greatest fuck you to censorship I've ever seen. When Lois calls the FCC about Peter's new show, which itself was made to be a giant middle finger to censorship, Peter, Brian, and Stewie all sing about what you can expect the FCC to do and how they operate.
They're as stuffy as the stuffiest of special interest groups.
Make a joke about your bowels and they order in the troops.
Any baby with a brain could tell them everybody poops.
The song is set to the tune of Volunteer Fireman's Picnic from Take Me Along, and the lyrics in this song, oh my god, not only are they funny, But they're smart, and you can tell the person or people who wrote them knew exactly what to say about the FCC. And not only that, they were able to get really creative with these lines.
So they sent this little warning they're prepared to do their worst.
And they stuck it in your mailbox hoping you could be coerced.
I can think of quite another place they should have stuck it first.
If you ask any Family Guy fan to name the first song from Family Guy that pops into their head, I guarantee 9 out of 10 of them would say this one. It's, without a doubt, their most memorable song. And one more amazing thing about this song is that even the FCC themselves loved it. Yeah, even the people the song insulted thought it was a great song.
We all sang a song about how they take the best parts out of everything.
I know, and the worst part is that after the song aired, we heard the FCC people liked it. They liked the parody of them.
What more can I say about it that hasn't already been said? It's, without a doubt, one of the most memorable moments in all of Family Guy. And it's one of those things that every fan will always enjoy from the show. And I can't help but consider it the best song Family Guy's ever made.
They may just be neurotic or possibly psychotic. They're the fellas at the freaking FCC.
Well, that'll do it for this list, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoyed these songs. If you're enjoying these kinds of videos, leave a like, and I might do some more songs videos in the future. But until then, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next review.